Arthur, you're good, man. Oh shit, hang on. Arthur, you're good, dude. You don't have to hang out if you don't want to. How's that sound? Am I still muted? Half an hour. It stay the same. 9:30. What's up, Carlo? How's it going? You looking for buys? I'm not looking for anything right now. Hanging out, waiting for market open. We're really sitting in the middle of a range here. We're not really in an area that you'd want to take a trade one direction or the other. What's up? What's up? How we doing? We're waiting for market open. We're waiting for news. We're going to see what presents itself. It's Monday, so we're going to be super patient. Monday, first of the month, or first trading day of the month. What's up, Nathan? How's it going, man? I don't really have a bias right now. We sitting here in the middle of this range. It's not. We got plenty of liquidity above and below, so not really clear on a direction yet. Bookmap's starting to get a little hot. And that 9 o'clock macro just hit. Pumping up hard here. It's 9:30. Daylight savings does not change. New York market opens 9:30 every day, regardless of daylight savings, and except on holidays. Nathan, that's a good question. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. But that is a great question. I hadn't even thought about that because I don't know that they operate off of a daylight savings time change either. That is a good question, though. Are you living off prop firms? I'm making money trading. I'm living off prop firm payouts and personal capital gains. What was your confluence that led you to take a trade there, Adam? Order block. Oh, that's Reaper. Low key seeing crazy orders on Asia last night. There you go. Here's the answer I'm getting for you, Nathan. The U.S. move, blah, 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 blah. There's a temporary mismatch between regions for about 1 week, then a permanent time offset change until next March. So the U.S. falls back an hour. The London-New York overlap shifts 1 hour later in the local time, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, I don't think it changes in terms of your, I don't know. There's a 1 hour difference. So, I mean, obviously there's 1 hour difference, but it says that it only goes on for like a week. And then I don't know. Basically my sessions are, here's how my sessions are marked out. So it really doesn't, I mean, even if there was an hour difference here, that low is still the same right there, one direction or the other. So I guess there's probably instances where it does make a difference. Maybe right here. I don't know. No, because daylight savings wasn't there yet. I don't know. It's a good question. I'll have to do more research on that. News on ES? There's no news until 10. National Problem Gambling Helpline. Some people do be gambling. No, there's just 9 a.m. liquidity injection. Just 9 a.m. What's up, Nora? Yeah, this is just, you got a ton of orders being thrown into the market. You got 865 orders just above where we are currently. We got 858 above that. A bunch of liquidity up in this range right here. So you had a bunch of orders pop in at 9 a.m. People getting active. Have I been on? I haven't been on. I've been playing Battlefield when I do get on, but I haven't been on. I didn't get on all weekend, really. Gold is pushing higher for a sell order. Sell order block 4035. Yeah, I'm not touching gold. Only during the Asia session. I'm retiring. Why? What's your buys for the day, or at least at the moment? I don't really have one, Nathan, to be honest with you. I mean, within the next 15 minutes, I say we take this sell or this buy side up here. That's what I would imagine. But besides that, I don't know. This might happen before market open. I'm not taking a trade. Typically, what I do is I don't like to take a trade unless there's a juicy setup pre-market between, like, 6:30 a.m. and 8 o'clock. I'll take a trade then if I see something I like. But if there's anything after like 8:30, I wait for market open. And then after market does open, we typically don't get involved too quickly unless it's just something super, super clear. We wait about 15 minutes. So ideally 9:45. And again, today we got news at 10. So we might be waiting until 10 at least. So this could just be a sitting on your hands type of situation, to be honest. But it's better than hopping into a trade and ended up losing money and sitting there kicking yourself. Why didn't? Because it doesn't fit the strategy, man. Gabriel, we don't just hop into the trade just to be in a trade. There's a very clearly defined setup that I look for. And if I don't see it, I don't take it. Yeah, this is NQ. You're in France? No, it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, U.S. time, EST, UTC 4 it should be, or UTC 5. So we got about 22 minutes. Is that right? Something like that. Yeah, no worries, man. What I would look for if we were sitting in the middle of market open, like if market had been open, we're sitting here looking for a trade. What I'd be looking for ideally in this situation, Gabriel, is price to come up and sweep these highs, and then make a clear sign that it wants to come back the other way down, hopefully to London low. That would be a really nice trade. So, or we'd look for a continuation high all the way up to all-time highs. But what I'd really like to see is you get a sweep of this London high. You get a clear V-shaped recovery with a breaker formation, a fair value gap inside of that breaker, a touch back into that gap, and a strong rejection down. And I would definitely hop into that trade targeting London low. And the same goes in the other direction. Like if I were to get, if price were to come down here before it takes one of these levels, and it takes, let's say, London low right here, I'd look for the same thing, but in reverse. I'd look for this. See how you had a strong V-shaped recovery right here? Let's see what we had. Strong V-shaped recovery. It's not really a great breaker inside of there. You did have a break of structure right here. Tap back into this gap. You could have targeted these, could have targeted this swing high here or Asia high, which is right above that. So that's we like to look for those swings, those pivots. Yeah, the time changed, Nathan. Time changed. We lost an hour, or we gained an hour. We went back an hour. We set clocks back an hour. For some reason, we do that. I don't know why. There's BG. You can count on him, bro. Count on BG to come in here and start with his positivity. Hey, BG, why don't you post some P&Ls, bro? Let's see what you got. Free trading community. Mine's free too, man. But except I have more than 11 followers. That jealousy's cute on you, by the way. Looks real cute. Stick around, you might learn something. It doesn't affect market open. It doesn't. Market open stays the same. No, I'm good, Victor. That's just BG. It is only the second time he's commented, but each time it's just been, you know, very negative. Trying to make it seem like I'm making money off of affiliate codes. I could show you my affiliate payouts. It's been like $200. So that's obviously not what pays my bills at a $2,500 a month, house payment. What strategy do you use? I would say it's kind of a variation of the unicorn. Yeah, it's a variation of the unicorn. You look for a sweep of a major liquidity level, V-shaped recovery, breaker formation, fair value gap formed inside of the breaker, a tap back to retest that gap, that fair value gap inside of the breaker, and then a strong rejection with a clear draw on liquidity on the direction you're targeting, which would be, in this case, if we got a sweep of this high and we got that setup forming, we'd be targeting London low down here. Christian, what's up? Not gonna lie, I've blown like 10 past accounts, past one, and finally sizing down and learning. There you go, man. Smart. Very smart. No, Fitty, I'm in Chapel Hill. Yo, Dinte, what up? It was a decent week last week, Jay. It was a decent week. Yeah, it's a decent month. Very trading rehab hits. I hope that's been going well for you, man. Do you teach your strategy? I mean, I trade it, so like you can learn from watching me do it, but I don't sell a course or anything like that. I don't sell anything. Longs or shorts, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got market open here in 17 minutes, 16 minutes. I'd like to see a sweep of one of these key levels first and then see what price wants to do after that. See if we get a continuation or a reversal down to London low. That'd be nice. Yeah, we got red folder at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, this is NQ. Helping to focus on other strategies. There you go. Yeah, I think the more you simplify trading, the better results you'll have. Moving to Oklahoma to avoid taxes. There's better places than Oklahoma to avoid taxes. Tennessee, Nevada, Florida, Puerto Rico. Pretty much. I mean, I think that's one way you could describe it. TV, Flay's TV. But really, it's targeting draws on liquidity. So, you know, if we had gotten in down here, we'd obviously be targeting these highs up here, or we would have been targeting Asia high. I don't know if let's see. Yeah, so if we'd gotten in down here, we'd have been targeting this Asia high right here. Probably would have left some runners potentially if we were in, depending on our sizing. But the same would be said right here. We'd hopefully get a sweep of these levels and then push back down to Asia, or excuse me, to London. No, there's no news. News at 10 a.m. What's up, man? How's it going, Dev? If I successfully paper trade for 2 weeks, would getting a live account or funded be better? I'd give it a little more time on paper, and then I'd get a cheap prop firm account. I would not start trading a personal capital account. I would just get a cheap prop firm account. My funded futures, Apex, something that if you blow it, it's not going to be super expensive. I think Bookmap is worth buying, yeah. I use it. You bought Bookmap, let me tell you. Love it. Yeah, it's worth it. What's Bookmap? This. It's Bookmap. Wall hacks, as PJ says. It's level 2 data. It shows you where the orders are stacked up. Yeah, it shows you where all the order. It's an order flow chart basically. It's showing you level 2 data where all the orders are stacked, where they're being pulled, where they're being placed. I don't know what level 3 data is. That's probably something like on a, I don't know, maybe a Bloomberg terminal has. I don't know if there is level 3. What's level 5? I don't know. It's a good question. No, you can't get that through TradingView. You can get the DOM, which is the which is like this right here, but it's not. That's not nearly as intricate. Level 5 pre-fires. Does it let you see orders before they fill? Yeah, that's what it is. They're stacked up. Like right now, I'll show you. Like right now, you have see that 23 down here, or the 33 down here at the bottom. That's 33 orders stacked up right there. You got 32 orders in the middle of the range right there. The 26 below, I'll make it so it's clear. You can see them right there. You see those order numbers stacked up, 43 right there. Those are not very big orders. You'll see the really big orders stack up better than that. Those aren't the really big orders, but yeah, you can see, typically you can see, and they'll be pushing and pulling, yanking, trying to draw price in the direction they want it to go. ES probably has, yeah, you see up here on the ES, you got 858 orders above us right here. So it's definitely helpful. Yeah, it's kind of like an added confluence of where price is wanting to go. Use it in conjunction with, I think in conjunction with ICT principles, it's very useful. What was that? Bookmap. It's Bookmap. That's Bookmap. It's a software, level 2 data software. It's a piece of software you download and you got to pay for, pay a subscription for, and all that. Very useful. Full port longs it open. I do think that we will want to take out this liquidity. I'd be surprised if we didn't, but I'm keeping my powder dry over here. We're not making a move until we see something very clear. What package? This is the Global Plus, I believe, and then I pay for the I pay for CME data and the COMEX data, which is the data where where gold is, the data from gold or for gold. Down 300 each. What's up, Nick? Weekend was good, man. Ton of schoolwork, studying, laundry, meal prep, sleep. It's about what my weekend consisted of. Question on LLC. I might be able to answer. What you got? I going to play golf? No, it's just what I wear, man. It's raining here right now, so golf would not be ideal. I think, Jay, that there is on YouTube. I think ES, somebody was saying that ES is on YouTube. I don't know how delayed it is. I know if you're watching my YouTube stream, I'm streaming Bookmap. If you're on my YouTube, you can see my Bookmap. But I think it's delayed by like 30 seconds or so. And it's not because of a setting that I have. It's just for some reason that's what the feed does. But yeah, there are people who stream their bookmap. I'm one of them. What would I suggest? In Uruguay, I want to open one. I really don't know how that works for you, Nick. I don't know how the international. I know a lot of. I don't know how that works. I really don't. I've have pretty extensive experience opening LLCs for companies just because of my previous job. I never had to do it for an international, someone who's living internationally. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. I don't want to tell you something and be wrong. Hey, DJ Kaliv, you can do whatever you want. It's just a question of what will the repercussions be. They typically frown on that. Yeah, Nick, I'm not exactly sure how to answer that, to be honest with you. I'd look into it, though. You might want to consult because obviously you're doing it for tax reasons, I would imagine. I'd want to consult a tax professional about that, and maybe even not even a CPA, like a tax attorney specifically. Yeah, talk to probably a tax attorney that's local to you, and then one who's also in the U.S. and see what they're, because I don't know if maybe there's some stipulations where you actually live on doing that. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Yeah, don't get caught. It's only illegal if you get caught. Did you open your LLC just for trading? I have an LLC that I do other business under, and I also trade under. So I wrote the mission statement and all of that so that it's kind of an all-encompassing LLC that I do multiple things under. Yeah. Come take the payouts for you and bring it to you, Nick. I also think they frown upon that. I've heard people say different things, Arthur. Um, I've heard people say six figures before it really makes any sense. Since I already kind of had my LLC going for some other business types of things that are not tremendously different from this in terms of being a 1099, I went ahead and just started doing it underneath that. Hey, Nick, coming up on 4 years sober, man. I'll take a LaCroix though, and barbecue for sure. What's up, Tyrone? How's it going, man? I wish I could, Jay. I've tried to do that. I've monkeyed around with the layouts and tried to figure out the best way to do it. This really is the best way. No, you're good, Nick. This is the best way to that I've figured out to do it in terms of a layout, to have the book map on here, or to have. I can't. It's so overcrowded. I basically have to get rid of myself, which I've thought about doing, in order to have the book map on here also. A little over 30% marks. I think that's the safe 30, about 33% is the safe range to make sure you're setting aside. Yeah, man, 4 years from alcohol and 12 years from other substances. It'll be 4 years on January 6th. Hey, that's smart, Arthur. YouTube is here. Drop the. It's Christian Trades Live is the YouTube. TikTok doesn't like it when people use other platforms' names. I don't know what their deal is with that. I've seen some people get banned or like have their lives cut off when they start mentioning other platforms. But there's the link in the bio. Apex dropping nutty offers. Yeah, they got a pretty good deal going on. Overall, I don't think it's that crazy of a deal. It just cuts down on the activation fee. But if you do the math, I mean, not trying to dissuade you, but all in, you're still paying a decent amount. You mean in terms of being sober, Nick? Yeah, dude, my life, yeah, my life was it was completely different than how it looks now, man. I was a homeless drug addict at one point, and then when COVID hit, I got sober, like I said a while ago, from the drugs, but my life was still not where it needed to be. And when COVID was going on, I got really, really bad off drinking about a fifth a day, like really bad. I was basically killing myself. Weighed about 170 pounds and was on a fast track to literally dying. So yeah, it was more of, it was honestly a spiritual awakening that happened that got me sober, but it saved my life, man. Definitely saved my life. All thanks to Jesus, man, to be honest with you. And I know that sounds cliche, but I'm truly someone who actually believes that and means it. Five seconds here, market open. Boom. Tons of liquidity higher here. Appreciate that, man. Love you guys too. Appreciate that. It's not easy, Arthur. It's not easy, man. You got to take it one day at a time. It's like trading. One day at a time, one trade at a time. I don't. I mean, you look rich. I'm not. I'm not. I'm rich in many ways, but not monetarily yet. What's up, Zachary? Happy Monday, man. You adore me. Appreciate that, Reaper. Big order up at 26,260. I think this does sweep, and then we'll see if it gets a continuation or if it is ES dumping. Yeah, we're a little decoupled here. Little added confluence. If we get a sweep here, we're going to be looking for a reversal potentially. Would be cool if that's what happens. Yeah, we still do have news at 10. We got to keep that in mind. Are you worried about news? In terms of what? I'm not in a trade. No, we're going to stay patient, man. Nothing to be nervous about. Bookmap's kind of just lulling. I think we're getting ready to get a strong move pushing through that, I think. That's what it's setting up to look like on Bookmap. We'll see if it happens. Went to the gym for the first time in a while and think you blew your elbow out, and that's not good, man. You got to be careful. You take it easy. Here comes the push, I think. Just teasing it. Yeah, ES on Bookmap. That's what it looks like if you're over there. You take yours on the 15. I'd like to see wherever the setup presents itself most clearly. Obviously, I use the higher time frames as a kind of a confluence about the high time frame PD arrays at the 4-hour gaps and whatnot. But I don't limit myself to only taking trades on one certain time frame. I do like that. I think higher time frame trades can have a little more confidence in those, but I don't limit myself. Interesting how we just basically edged that and then turned right around. ES is really dumping. Clear breaker there. I mean, but it's turning around right in the, I mean, I don't see what it swept. Did it sweep anything here? Not really. You had a nice breaker. Tap back into it right there on the 1. I mean, that's not, I wouldn't have taken that. That's not a trade I would have taken. What's up, Matt? How's it going? What's up, Joy? I want to see the sweep of these levels before I'll get involved, and we didn't get that, so we didn't get it on ES or NQ. So could just bounce off this VWAP and come right back up. We'll see what happens. You looking for shorts today? I would like to see these levels right here get taken and then potentially short down to London low. That's what I would ideally like to see, but we'll take it slow and just see what happens. Hey, we'll see, Zachary, we'll see. I mean, I didn't think October was that bad. I saw some people saying that they thought it was terrible. I thought it was decent. The end of the month was a little bit weird, but I thought overall it was fun. September was good until I started breaking rules at the end of the month. September would have been a great month if I hadn't lost my mind a little bit. It's weird how I think what we'll get when the news comes out potentially is just a strong push into that direction. That might be what is going on here. Yeah, Bryson, we look for a sweep of a major level, strong V-shaped recovery, breaker formation. I mean, if this had swept a key level, then this breaker right here would have been ideal. I mean, nice breaker formation right there. Touch back into that would have been what we were looking for. Target would have been London low. So this would have been a nice setup. But again, we didn't get the most key element to the equation, which is the sweep of a major level. So I would have wanted New York AM high or this buy side up here to be taken before I would have gotten into that. Same with this trade. Yeah, you could say that it did definitely right there, but I'm not going to take a trade that close to sweeping. Look at that. I mean, being that close right there to sweeping these levels, and then you get into a short. I don't know. To me, that's just not what I wouldn't feel as comfortable taking that trade. What indicator is that for liquidity? It's a session indicator. This is a session indicator, so it just tells you the highs and the lows for each session. Tells you where the 8:30 open is, where the midnight open is. Just gives you all the key levels, basically, for that. Yeah, it's interesting noticing patterns like that, Sebastian. Yeah, this is NQ right here, Nick. I see that, but again, I don't know, man. With news in 20 minutes, and the fact that we just sat here and left this on the book map, there was plenty of liquidity up there. So I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable taking this. I'd rather just wait, keep my hands off. Maybe I shouldn't trade today. You got to come to that conclusion. If you feel that way, I wouldn't dissuade you from it. I think there's nothing wrong with sitting out a day. It's way better than jumping in and taking a bad trade and losing money, setting yourself back, making more work for yourself. What's up, Maya? How's it going? Do you use BPRs as a confluence? Uh, yeah, but mostly the draw and liquidity is what I'm looking for. So that's the draw and liquidity mixed with the sweep of a key level. Those are the things that I really look for, because typically price likes to move from one major liquidity level to the next. Do you ever think that news is just insider info? I mean, in what way do you think that, or would you think that? Waiting for shorts at 302. Yep, I think that's a good level to be eyeballing. Right there above that London high. Looking like a true finance guy. Appreciate that, AB. Link to the Discord expired. It's not supposed to, but I got you. Hang on. This is NQ, Joseph. This is the 5 minute. Yeah, this is the 5 minute. We're waiting, kind of just waiting on news here. Who's he talking to? Talking to myself, man. Talking to myself over there on YouTube. Yeah, Monday red folder news is rare. I haven't seen that in a while. Should be interesting to see what happens. PMI on a Monday would be, man, this is going right to London low. It's wild. I'm gonna update that link for you guys. Was it expired in the link tree? Is that what you're talking about? Jay? I'll fix that for you real quick. Should be good, hopefully. Buying gold for PMI. Let's see if this works. Yeah, the link should be good now. I just tried it. Link in the link tree should be good. Appreciate the follow, Narp. I think ES is going to want to take this London low before it makes a move either higher or continues lower. But I think London low is the target there. NQ is kind of bouncing off this VWAP right here. Feeling better? Good. Yeah, we're waiting for the 10 o'clock news. See how that transpires. News at 10, Mateo. Yeah, news, PMI, scheduled economic news. What's up, Sick? How's it going, man? That washer? Are you hearing something, Aaron? Could be my fan. Sounds like clothes rolling in a washer. That's weird. No, there's no noise. It's strange. Is anybody else hearing that? This guy's yoked on a bad day. It is a bad day, man. I'm looking super deflated right now. Appreciate that, though. Didn't look at the charts today. How's the market doing? It's dumping currently. ES is really dumping. ES is down 30 points since open. NQ down 110 since open. Kind of sounds like an airplane flying over your house. What in the world? I have nothing on my mic monitor. It doesn't. It says unless I'm talking, it doesn't say that there's any noise being picked up. It's strange. How's that? Is that better? Such a formal outfit today. It's just how I dress, man. I got my AC off, my fan off. It could be my PC, man. It very well could be my PC. That's so weird. Is that better? I think my camera was yeah, I think my camera was automatically like enhancing the audio too much. Yes, coming right to London low here. Got 7 minutes till news. What do we have lower here that we could possibly be bouncing into? Man, it's a strong rejection there. Touched into that 1 hour and we're pushing back out of it. Let's see what happens here. Chris Bum trades. Yeah, I don't think we filled last week's New Week in opening gap all the way. You're right, but that would be such a dump if we did that. That's down here, man. Are those indicators automatic? They're ones that I have selected, but yeah, they automatically mark out these fair value gaps and stuff when I have them on. Powell spoke? No, they're free on TradingView. Yeah, they're on TradingView. They're free. Here comes London low. Boom. I have them in my Discord, but this is a session indicator. This is a fair value gap indicator. And then the other ones are just VWAP and SMA, pretty common. This is ES. This is NQ. Bouncing back and forth here. I'd like to see this candle go lower right here and close below this London low. News in 3.5 minutes here. Yeah, that was the low right there. London low. 3 o'clock is when their market actually opens. I had this set for 2 a.m. What's my bias? I would like to see us reverse. Tap into this area right here and then head back up. We'll see what happens. It's a ICT, excuse me, ICT kill zones and pivots. BR. That's the one. That's the indicator you use to mark out that sessions. Order book's clearing out a little bit here. Might be looking at this trade on ES, to be honest, if we do take a trade. No, we trade NQ also. I mean, it just depends on what looks cleaner. So the fact that this is kind of in the middle of the range here, I don't know if it's going to move decoupled from NQ. The fact, or excuse me, from ES. But ES has just swept London, or is tagging it right now and tapping into this new week opening gap. So it could potentially show us a more decisive move. We'll see though. $30 seconds until news here. Just got 5 new fundeds. Do I full port? No. Depending on who you're with, you might not be allowed to trade news. You better make sure. There we go. Let's see. Man, it's kind of just chilling. It's not really doing a whole lot there. NQ starting to dump. ES dumping a little bit there. That's what we wanted to see, a more concise sweep of that level. Are we bearish? I'm not sure yet. And it's not a bad idea, Jay. No, we haven't taken anything. NQ seems like it's trying to catch up to ES here. Here's the Mag 7. The Mag 7's pushing higher at the moment. Pulled back slightly. But this is typically in line with ES, or a lot of the times it is, but right now it's not. So it's pretty interesting. I'd be careful taking a short here. I mean, it very well could play out, but I'd be careful looking for signs of a reversal. Bouncing inside of these previous gaps down here too, so we've had strong rejections out of this area before. It's Monday low that we just tapped into. Oh, that's where we are right now. I'd be careful in this area right here. I wouldn't take a trade yet in either direction. Just be hands off. Don't sit there and try to time this. Wait until it tells you what it's going to do and then take it. Strong V-shaped recovery, Kyle. I'd like to see an inversion of one of these gaps that's above us. Probably this 5 minute would be interesting. Yeah, NQ seems like it's definitely lagging. I don't know if it wants to come all the way down here or not. So I'm curious to see what we would do next right now. I'm not convinced of anything at this point. So I'd be super patient here. Just inverted that 5. Still inside of this 15 here. Yeah, I'm looking at that too. Just bleeding. Bookmap's not showing a ton, man. It's there's a big order down at 6860.25. Right down in here. It's on ES. And NQ, orders down to 72.5 on NQ, but that's not much lower than where we are, right? I mean, it's not a tremendous amount lower. But we'll see. It's a big order at 85 right below us right here. I'm thinking ES if we do get a trade here, I'm thinking ES, to be honest. But I'm not seeing anything yet that I'm interested in. What am I looking for? A reversal, hopefully, or a clear sign of a continuation lower. Just had a big order right there on ES. Something just spiked that up just for a second. Tiny little breaker right there. I don't even know if you want to count that. Itty bitty little breaker. Probably better on the... I don't want to start convincing myself I'm seeing something that isn't here yet, so let's just be patient. This is the 5 minute right here. How do you define a breaker? A high, a low, a higher high, or lower low, or the opposite? Below a high, a lower low, or higher high? In that order. Yeah, we use the fib basically just to determine TP levels, and it is good for reversals too. Oh, that's a clean breaker right there on the one. What am I looking at here? See what happens. See how this behaves. Low, high, lower low, higher high. It's a breaker. Breaker is the leg right there. Starting to get interested in this. We'd be front running that 5, which is not ideal. Got 2.5 minutes until that 5 minute candle closes. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm still on ES over here. You got it on NQ too. Decent setup on NQ as well. Still front running that 5 minute gap though. It is super tempting to go ahead and get into this. I hate how that inversion is creating so much noise there. Minute and a half until that 5 closes. Front run, meaning that you take the trade before it actually inverts. So this is a bearish gap, meaning It's a level of resistance. So if you were to take the trade right here, knowing that it's getting ready to run into that and push back down like it's doing, see how it's doing that, then that's front running. You'd want confirmation that price wants to go through it, which would be the candle, the 5-minute candle closing above it, which isn't going to happen for another minute. If it does happen. Exactly, entering before it inverts. No, definitely not short. This is a yes. Price is pushing back down now. The order's stacked up down to here. So this, I think this is going to go lower. We'll see. We'll see. Just got to stay patient. That rejection out of that 5 minutes, diabolical right there. I'm sure there were some people front running that gap who are sitting there sweating this trade at the moment. Order stacked where this line is that I have here. Somebody's flashing orders at 68, 67 right here. Yeah, this is why you don't front run the 5. The reason I said definitely not on the short is because that's not what I'm looking for. It could very well could go short, but that's not what this setup right here would not be what would be the structure that I'm looking for to take a short off of. Now that we've broken through here, you might start eyeballing a continuation short. You do have orders down to 68.60, which would be right here. So this could be the better setup. We'll see. I'll show you guys the book map. You get an idea of what I'm looking at. This is ES. So you see those big orders, 204 orders down there at 68.60. You got some orders down there at 68.49. So old me would have front ran that 5 minute and gotten cooked on that, to be honest. Sun's finally coming out. Rain stopped. Nice. It's called Bookmap, Monty. It's a software. You got to download it and pay for it. You pay for the software and then you pay for the subscriptions every month. Looking for an inversion? Pros at C-Bump? No. Dude, it did that earlier in the week, Nathan. Like that's from like Thursday till just now. I mean, it just stopped. Global Plus JW is what I'm using, and you gotta pay for the data as well, the CME data, and depending on what other instruments you want to trade, I'm paying for the COMEX data as well. Not interested in this. Getting disinterested quick. Not really. Not really. If this price had come down lower right here, then yeah, you would have had a nice breaker right here. Maybe on the 2 if you didn't have that candle there. But what you'd want is price to come a little lower right here and close a full candle down here, and then you'd have this form. You'd have to come up, close above this area. What you're looking at, I see what you're looking at. But in order for that to be a valid breaker, price would need to close lower right here and then close above it right there, and then that would be a valid breaker. 2K to start the month, just slam that trade. Did you get the short? That's awesome, Jay. I'm surprised that if you took that with PJ, I'm surprised he took that trade with the with this liquidity resting up here the way that it was. I kept my finger off the trigger. What was he seeing that justified that? Or did you take that on your own? The equal lows, yeah, those are always attractive. Took it on NQ or ES? NQ, yeah. See, I just didn't see it, man. I didn't see the setup, to be completely honest. Not with that liquidity resting above right there. I just wasn't comfortable getting involved with that. $45 points, heck yeah. What was your sizing, Jay? 45 points and you made 2K? Going big over there. Oh, across 10 counts. Okay, nice, yeah. When's the right age to get into trading? As early as you can, man. Wish I'd gotten in super early, super young. Amen. I love that, Jay. I'm telling you, man, it's going to make a huge difference. I'm not in a trade right now, Ryan. Not in a trade. What I wanted to see is looking for a clear sign of a reversal after this London sweep. But we're not getting that. So I'm getting disinterested quickly. Have I played the B6 search? I haven't, man. I've been playing some of the what's it called? BR, the Battle Royale. but that's about it. I haven't really had time to even play that, man. I've been so busy with school. I've been watching the Arc Raider videos, Aaron. It looks pretty sick. It's like a fun game. I wish I had more time to play stuff. Yeah, ES and NQ kind of messy. ES was a little, in my opinion, a little smoother, but still not seeing anything that shows me that we want to go higher here. Just keeps wanting to dribble lower. Yeah, gold's dropping. See that if Tristan was in here, I was trying to tell Tristan, he was asking about strategies for gold. See how I have this previous 4 hour high marked out on gold? I really do. I'm noticing that gold likes to sweep these 4 hour levels and then turn around. It's kind of weird. Instead of doing like session highs and lows, it's like a 4 hour highs and lows that it really targets. It's interesting. NQ looks like it's going towards London. ES is dumping. So this could just be a dump all day, man. This could be a dump. This key level. This is a level where there's a bunch of orders. 224 orders stacked right here. Buy orders. So they could be shorts getting out of the market. Would imagine that's what it is. Probably take profit for shorts on ES. Yeah, pretty much co. There's that sweep on of that level right there. Just picked up those orders. We're just dumping, man. This is a crazy dump. I hate that I didn't get in on this. 50 points on ES and so far almost 250 points on NQ. Yeah, I'm live daily. Yeah, every day, man. Yeah, we're right in the middle of both of these dailies. We're touching back into this overlap here. Be nice if we hit London and then reverse. We'll see though. Am I doing good as in profits? Yeah, man. We had a decent month in October. We had, what did we do? 22,000 for October. We had let's see. Win percentage was 70.5. Profit factor was 2.83. Daily win rate was 88.89. Overall profit was 22,470. So yeah, I mean we're on a pretty good. We're doing okay. Yeah, you got another big order down at 68.40, 68.50 right here. Boom, coming right to it. $33, Adam. Yeah, there you go, Juan. Very nice. Appreciate that, Co. Yeah, just trying to take it one day at a time, one trade at a time. Nah, Paul, we didn't take any trades here, man. Did not take any trades. That's exactly what I was looking for, Co. Is it Covoit? Covette? That's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted us to sweep this London low right here and then reverse back out of it up to these highs, but it's not what we're getting. So why is BTC dropping? I'm not sure. I don't follow crypto really, to be honest. I'm sure there's something going on, but I don't really follow it. It's a gamer tag. Nice. Just passed an account. Boom. Very nice. Where's London low on NQ? It's right here at 26017.25. So we're coming up on it here in a sec. I'm gonna head out and get some food. Hope you have a great day. You too, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Enjoy your food. This would be interesting if it breaks this level right here. This would be an interesting. You see how we've kind of reversed out of this range twice now. This is the new week opening gap, I believe, from last week. Yeah, it definitely is. So we've reversed out of this range a couple times. We'll see if we fill this whole gap here. Made 2,800 on SPY. Very nice. This is ES currently. We're bouncing back and forth though. This is NQ. NQ's coming up on this low here. I would like to. I would like to hit a trade today, but if I don't see something, I don't take a trade every day if I don't see one, man. I mean, if I don't see a trade for the first, let's see, last month in October, we didn't take a trade for, this will load. TradeZilla is not loading. I didn't take a trade for like 8 days to start the month of October. Didn't see anything I liked. Also was coming off of getting my fanny waxed at the end of September, so was trying to be super cautious. TradeZilla must be down. No, we didn't take a trade. No trade. Who do I think is the best trading mentor? A guy named PJ Trades helped me out a lot. Helped me out a tremendous amount. There you go. I did not know. Omar, no, I didn't. I didn't see a short. We were up here real close to these major liquidity levels at market open. I was thinking we were going to come up, sweep those, and then reverse potentially down to London low, but we got a complete reversal right as we edged those major liquidity levels. So I wasn't willing to get into this short with those kind of resting right above us right there. There you go. Yeah, there's probably plenty of chances to get in on this short. I just wasn't. First trading day of the month, man. Not looking to go crazy. Monday, got plenty of runway ahead of us. We need you, Sensei. Down 1,200. Dang, dude. I hate to hear that. How did that happen? Only risking 500 on it. I don't put a number on it like that. What I do is I base my sizing off of how wide my stop is. I just don't take, I don't like taking if my stop is really going to be super tight based on the market structure, then I'll be willing to risk, I'll size up. But if it's going to be a pretty wide stop, then I'll usually size down. So it all just depends. But I don't put a set dollar amount on it, to be honest. But typically, I don't, on one single trade, I don't risk more than 1,000. It's been a while since I've lost more than like 600 or 700 on a trade, I think. That's why my profit factor is the way that it is. I like to keep my profit. I try to keep my profit factor high. I think that's way more important than the win rate. If you think about it, profit factor is just how much do you win versus how much do you lose, dollar amount wise. And I have won over the past month. I've won 34,000, and I've lost 12. So I think that is more important than the win rate. Because think about it, you could have imagine having like a 50% win rate, but when you win, you're winning 3 or 4 times what you're losing. So the profit factor there is going to be way higher. So it's just, that's kind of how I look at it. What is up with these weird accounts? Did I find when I got off after losses, you started? Yeah, absolutely. Take an L and walk away, man. Don't try to revenge trade. Don't try to get it back. That made a huge difference because I would go from blowing accounts to just having a bad day where I lost a little bit of money and I would get it back later, either later in the week or the next day. Here, I'll show you an example of that. So here's an example. So this is from last month here. This is why it's better just to get off the charts and not make your situation worse. We had this one day last month right here where we lost $4,224 in a day. Within the next 2 days, look at that comeback. And ended up finishing the week up 4.23. So this is why I don't, when you can start just getting your shit back, you get your losses back. You don't just overtrade and blow accounts. That's the way to do it. Helps with your psychology too, man. Yeah, I did learn a lot from PJ. Here's a reversal here. I'm missing it as I'm sitting here talking. Just shooting up on NQ. Took London, bounced right off that level. And this sun. No, I wouldn't want to be front running this 5 minute gap here. I'd wait for this 5 to invert. I'm liking longs here, to be honest. I'm tempted to get into this. We got 13 seconds till it closes. Let's see what happens. I'm going to take a stab at a long with the stops below that 5 minute inversion. It's going to be a longer stop than I'd like, but we're only in for one contract here. We'll see what happens. Could get a dig into this gap a little bit deeper. We'll see what happens. That entry was not what I wanted, but it's okay. Break even will be right here. See how this plays out. TP is up at 69.0975. It's that swing high. Volume still looks good on Bookmap pushing this up. We'll see what happens. Break even is at, break even is at this 68.80. Because ES has been leading. If you don't feel comfortable taking this trade, don't take it. It's just something that I'm seeing. So we'll see if it plays out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Could dig into this gap a little more and then push back. Not going to get antsy if that happens. Stops just below the previous 5 minute candle down here. Volume is still looking clean on Bookmap. Close this blind. The sun's messing me up. Yeah, sun was getting in my eye. It's a reversal, not a counter trend trade. Looking at the book map, clean as can be on the book map in terms of volume to the upside. This is funded. This is TPT and Apex funded, copy traded across. Damn. That's a strong push off of that level. Volume is still great to the upside here, so we're going to just stay patient. That inversion, that balanced price range right there, 5-minute inversion overlapped with a 5-minute bullish gap. That's a very strong level of support. Need to push through this 5-minute right here. I don't like how price just bounced off of that so hard. Yeah, I have a Discord. It's in the links in the bio. I think I pushed it right there. No, this is break even. See it on the side where it says BE. That's just break even. I'm going to move stops to break even when we hit that. If we hit that, we need to push through this 5, man. I don't like how it's rejecting so hard out of it. But this balanced price range here is nice for a support level. Hopefully everything goes. We're getting increased volume to the upside here. CBD sitting at 3,500. It's a strong rejection out of that 5-minute. It's not ideal. I still have plenty of faith in this trade. If you're not comfortable taking this, again, I don't recommend people signal botting me and doing what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing. This 5-minute needs to get out of the way. Full TP's up there at that swing high, basically where market open was. Small Delta 400, there you go. Balanced price range. You got a 5-minute inversion overlapping a 5-minute bullish gap right here. So you got, this was a 5-minute bearish gap that got inverted to the upside. And then when the inversion happened also, we created a 5-minute bullish gap to the upside. So it's like very strong support level typically. Yeah, this is ES. ES futures. Really want to push through this 5-minute here. I don't like how price is kind of just lolling. Do I only use the 5-minute chart? Nah, I bounce around, but I really don't like front running 5-minute gaps. This was a 5-minute gap right here that we inverted to the upside. We'll see. Hopefully this gap doesn't cause a problem, but this balanced price range is making me comfortable to keep just holding this trade. Also, the volume still looking very strong to the upside on the book map that I'm looking at. So we'll see. Could fail. Yeah, I'm trading Apex right now. I'm trading 3 Apex fundeds and 2 TPT accounts. Money's on short. Very well could be right, man. We'll see. Use TradeSync. Made me 600 earlier. Don't fail me now. I don't recommend copy trading me, man. Signal botting. I tell people I do my own thing, take my own trades. I don't want my losses to be magnified into other people's wallets. You know what I mean? But I'm fairly confident in this trade. I wouldn't be surprised if it digs a little bit into this, but I'm fine with that. It needs to really push through this 5-minute here. Volume's increasing too to the upside. I'm surprised this hasn't just taken off, to be honest. Yeah, this is ES. I gotta go to class soon too. This sucks. It's gonna really suck if I just have to go to class, and I might just leave the stream on so you guys can watch it, because I cannot miss class. I got a quiz I gotta take. Big Ohio. I'm 32. Yeah, I mean, I'll have my laptop. I can watch it there. Push through this 5. Come on. Got 5 seconds till this candle closes. I needed to push above it. Come on. Don't like that close. I don't like that close at all. Out for 1,000. There you go. This is the 5-minute time frame. Come on, push through that 5. There's plenty of volume here to the upside. Come on. Might need magnets like Turbo. It works for him. I don't even know where to find those. Dude, he's crushing it. Come on. Like that. Started studying Hebrew, looking for a way to best communicate with the market makers. Oh, don't piss them off while I'm in this trade, man. TP's up there at 69.09. It's a swing high. Dude, this 5 minute is pissing me off. Do I take partials? Yeah. Volume still strong on the book map. I gotta put my shoes on and start getting ready for class, man. Yeah, that 5 minutes being a pain. I don't like how we're losing momentum right there. Come on. I'm getting ready for class, man. I'm sorry. I have to get ready for class. I'm a student. Take profits. It's tempting. I just never went. I just started. I'm in my junior year right now. I started working right out of high school. Worked on cars for like 8 or 9 years. Do you do this for a living? Yeah, I pay my bills with this. That 5 minutes just a bitch, dude. I feel like as soon as this breaks to the upside, it's going to take off. Because I started down the route of going to college because I wanted to go to law school. And I wasn't really profitable. I wasn't making money trading at the time when I started down that road. And now I'm so close to finishing that why not go ahead and finish? I'm already here. I'm at a really good school too, and I don't want to just kind of throw that away. This still could pull back right back down through this 5 minute. It hasn't inverted it yet. That thing's been such a biatch that you never know. Take profits and dip. tempting. Not a bad idea. Going to class. Going to class. It's probably going to still go, but I don't want to miss this quiz, man, and I don't want to sit here and be stressing about this trade while I'm in the middle of taking a quiz for class, to be honest. But we're up total on the day here, 635 across 5 accounts. So not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. 612 on that account, 612, 612, 612, 635, 615. So not bad. You guys have a good one, man. I got to run. Have a good day. Sorry, I'm leaving in such a haste here. Later.